My name is Alvin Kaunda, and I'm a reporter at KBC. Growing up as a young kid, I've always wanted to be a wildlife journalist. My inspiration comes from wildlife journalists and wildlife figures, people who are known to be wildlife conservationists. I grew up in Mombasa my whole life, and I came to Nairobi for work. My best career highlight, I'd say, is what's going on right now about the story I did that went viral, because it's actually my feature story that I did.
Human actions are destroying habitats, decimating our entire ecosystem and disrupting the circle of life. And with the rise in drought cases, it is up to us to be guardians of our own natural world, save our wild species, and provide a home.
I'm happy for the fact that it went viral and people will get to know about wildlife conservation. I'm not happy about the fact that it went viral. Now I'm gonna be famous, people are gonna know me, everyone is gonna know who Alvin Kaunda is. I'm happy because people are going to know about wildlife, more so elephants, and how to conserve them and help them. I actually did the story on a Friday, November 11th, and then I posted it on my Instagram page. And on the same Friday night, then it went on Saturday, it was still there. It was around on Sundays when it started trending. I got several calls from my friends. I was at work. So I kept on ignoring the calls to the point where I was like, why are people calling me? I've never received so many calls in a day. So I had to pick them and also look at my text messages. And I saw people were saying, you're my friends over the phone. Your video is trending everywhere. So I just had to go and check for myself, and I saw, I think the Standard Media were the first people to post it on their social media handles. So that's when I knew this video is really viral, because for something to be posted on a news page, that's something big. Before this video started trending, most people didn't know about the place, the Sheldrick Wildlife Trust. They didn't know what they do to the baby orphaned elephants. And when this video started trending, random people were texting me, where is this place, where is this place? I want to know where this place is, I want to visit, what do they do? That is what warmed my heart, because for me, like I said, I'm a really, really, really big fan of wildlife. I love wildlife so much, to the point where when I see animals suffering, I can even cry. That's how much I love wildlife. Actually, as we're speaking right now, people have already gave me a nickname. They're calling me the Elephant Man, of which I'm proud. I really love that name. Although I would have prefer them to call me the Elephant Whisperer, but I'll stick with that, because that's what's trending right now, the name Elephant Man. And now people see me and associate me with elephants, wildlife. I'm really proud, because that has always what I wanted. If you ask a few of my personal friends, they've always asked me, what do you want to be in future? I told them, one day I'm gonna be a very, very great wildlife conservationist, and everyone is going to know my name. One thing about me that few people know is I'm a very, very friendly person. I always laugh, even in the face of danger. As you also saw in the video, I tried to hold my laugh. The elephant was standing, it was really tickling me, especially the point where it got to my ear, the trunk got to my ear. It was really, really tickling me, but I just kept my cool until to the point where it goes to my nose, is when I decided just to burst out in laughter. And another thing is that I'm also an artist. I love drawing. And the first thing I drew, by the way, the first thing I drew when I started drawing was actually an elephant. So at some point, recently I've been thinking about it, and I'm like, was this really a calling? Or was God preparing me for something big? There's one point in time where I actually gave up in life. You know how universities can be, sometimes they can frustrate you when you're doing your courses. So I just said, let me just give up and become an artist and do some drawings for people, and they pay me. And that was the period where, during the pandemic period, we were caught indoors, you were left in thoughts. Most people fell into depression. And that period too, it was also a very hectic period for me personally, because I was also at home. There was nothing I could do, nowhere I could go. So, you know, when you are stuck in one place, you get many thoughts, and your mind starts pondering a lot of things, and you end up making bad decisions. Bad thoughts come to your mind, and you end up making decisions that are very consequential. My vision is to be a very, very renowned wildlife conservationist or a wildlife journalist. Watching documentaries or on the TV as I grew up, I set my goal that one day I will come close to the big 5 animals. When I make it in life, I will go out there and see these people who are, because over the social media I've seen people swimming with lions, running around with lions, playing soccer, football with lions. That has always been my dream. I've always wanted to come close to the big 5. And coming close to those elephants, and elephants are one of the big 5, that was a dream come true for me. Most people were asking me, how are those elephants real? Is that Photoshop? Is that, did you do something to that video? I've told them, no, this is raw footage straight out of the camera. Because especially people outside Africa, this is a very rare opportunity for them, or almost no, this is not an opportunity for them. They were asking me, how is that possible? Why didn't you feel scared or something? I told them no. Like I said earlier, you can tell when an animal is loving or being defensive, because those are the 2 things. You know, for us humans, one thing about humans is that when humans are scared, we tend to have this adrenaline rush. And when we get the adrenaline rush, there's this the adrenaline hormones release some type of body smell, or maybe pheromones. Not actually pheromones, but this type of body smell that animals can smell this smell. And animals know that when a human is fearful, it's usually defensive. So that's why animals attack people who are very fearful, or people who are scared. That's why in most cases you are told, when you see a wild animal, lions, when it comes to lions, elephants, leopards, you are told don't run. Because animals know when a person is scared, is usually defensive. The same way for animals. When animals get scared, they usually turn defensive. That is why I didn't feel scared, and elephants knew that I wasn't scared, and they knew this person is harmless. This person standing next to me is harmless. I'm proud that people now can associate me with what I love and what I've always dreamed to be, a wildlife conservationist and a wildlife journalist at the same time. I love people to remember me for the guy who brought smiles to their faces, and the guy who spoke loud, not only for the elephants, but for wildlife in general. Most people now associate me with wildlife, and I don't want that to change. And I'm ready to make a change and tell people that animals can be loving. And you saw in that video that went viral, the animals showed love to me.